He was supposedly the government's ultimate super agent, created with $1 billion investment, yet his memories had been sealed away and he'd been stashed in some remote backwater town. With his naturally timid and cowardly personality after losing his memory, it didn't take long for him to become the town's most notorious loser. Until this particular day, while working his dead-end job as a supermarket cashier, he stepped outside with his instant noodles to get some fresh air, only to discover two punks messing with his beat-up car. When he called out a warning,
"Hey, stop doing shit to my car."
instead of running off, they actually walked straight toward him and pulled out knives. In that split second, his pupils contracted instinctively as he hurled the noodles aside, disarmed one of them, executed a lethal combat move, and finished them both off with 2 clean shots. Mike stood there completely stunned, staring down at the bodies in utter bewilderment. When the reality of what he'd done hit him, he frantically called his girlfriend who was still at work. She obviously thought Mike was joking around because she knew better than anyone that her boyfriend was the kind of guy who couldn't even kill a chicken, let alone shoot someone dead.
Car, and I just killed 2 dudes in a parking lot, okay? And Phoebe, if you don't come here right now, I'm just gonna start, like, pissing in my pants. I swear to God, Phoebe, I'm just gonna start, like, pissing.
But when she arrived at the scene and saw the 2 corpses, she was absolutely floored. She'd rather believe the 2 men had killed each other than accept that her timid boyfriend could do something like this. Before they could even figure out how to deal with the bodies, a patrol cop happened by and discovered the situation. For over 20 years, Mike had lived this numb existence, never leaving his hometown, a complete shut-in with no real talents, no special skills, and no friends. His only daily pleasure came after finishing his convenience store shift, when he'd spend a few hours drawing his original comics. In everyone's eyes, Mike was a textbook failure, yet somehow he had this beautiful girlfriend who'd been living with him for 10 years. No matter how much of a loser he was, she never gave up on him and always believed in him. She was the one remaining bright spot in Mike's otherwise dreary existence. Just when he'd finally saved up enough money to buy an engagement ring and was planning to take her away from the small town to start fresh in Hawaii, the moment he set foot in the airport, he immediately rushed to the bathroom and started throwing up violently. This physiological panic was what had kept Mike trapped in the town for over 20 years, unable to leave.
God damn it, Mike, come on.
Though his girlfriend was deeply disappointed by this setback, she still understood and supported him with gentle patience. Mike felt like an immovable tree, holding back his girlfriend's freedom. What Mike didn't realize was that his every move was being precisely monitored by a satellite in space. His attempt to leave town immediately alerted Linda, a high-ranking CIA official. The higher-ups viewed Mike's unauthorized departure as an uncontrollable threat, so they initiated a termination order to eliminate him within 24 hours. Upon receiving this news, Linda immediately approached her superior to cancel the operation, since Mike was her life's work, but her boss claimed it was out of his hands because the elimination plan was already in motion. Unable to accept this reality, Linda defied orders and secretly tracked down Mike during his night shift at the convenience store. She recited a code phrase designed to activate the agent memories buried in his brain.
Mandelbrot set is in motion. Echo choir has breached. We are fueling in the chariot progressive. Chariot progressive.
But her attempt seemed to fail as Mike clearly took her for some crazy woman spouting nonsense.
I'm sorry. I had all of this. I'm sorry, Mike, I tried.
Later that night, after Linda had left, 2 elite operatives disguised as robbers began their targeted elimination of Mike. What they didn't expect was that their skills were no match for Mike's briefly awakened abilities, and both were easily disposed of.